Okay, guys, I had to come up with this on short notice. I received an email saying you guys were having a little bit of trouble, so you guys will just have to bear with me. I'm recording this on my phone. And Caitlin, Kate, I'm using your paper because you had emailed me to take a look at it, so I'm going to use yours even though you haven't responded yet. I hope you don't mind. Okay, so what needed to be done was you needed to look through your questions to find the answers. Okay, I know that doesn't necessarily make sense, but okay. So you start off with the paragraph saying so and so should be president because, and you take your least important reason and you put that first. So as you can see here, Kate has said Clinton should be president because she wants to end social profiling. Okay, if I scroll up, social profiling is her second reason on her graph, on her list, not graph. But she realized it's her least important, so she put it first. Then she added a comment adding elaboration on that social profiling. Social profiling is important because certain races feel as if they are still being discriminated. They feel like they do not get the same treatment. Now, that is a compound sentence that is actually a comma splice. You really should have a semicolon there after discriminated and before they, so in between those two words. But other than that, it's good. The candidate also is the transition. And the next reason that you've written is wants to raise taxes for the wealthy. Again, so far this is looking pretty good. Wealthy people have more money than others, so they can afford to pay more taxes, whereas people who do not make as much is already struggling. Okay, we have some grammatical errors there, but the concept is pretty much done correctly. I'll explain grammatical stuff later. The next thing you have your next transition, most importantly, and then you have your third and most important reason, Mrs. Clinton has previous experience in the government. That's all really good so far. Her previous knowledge is important because she will know how to handle important situations that would benefit our country. Okay, again, so far you've done really well. Minus the grammatical errors, everything else is done well. The only things you're missing is I don't see a concluding statement that kind of reiterates the main point. So your paragraph should say, Clinton should be president because she wants to end social profiling. Social profiling is important because certain races feel as if they are still being discriminated. Semicolon. They feel like they do not get the same treatment. The candidate also wants to raise taxes for the wealthy. Wealthy people have more money than others, so they can afford to pay more, comma, whereas, comma, people who do not make as much are already struggling, because you're talking a plural people, and the verb should be also plural. Most importantly, Mrs. Clinton has previous experience in the government. Her previous knowledge is important because she will know how to handle important situations that will benefit our country. I think you need to change her previous knowledge. I would say her prior knowledge. You've used previous twice there. And then as far as a concluding sentence, these reasons and more are why Hillary Clinton should have been the president, or something similar to that. You could also add a lead-in or a hook. It does not have to be done, but it does kind of fine-tune and make things a little bit better. So I hope this is enough to help. Kate, I'm sorry if you didn't want me to use yours, but it was one that I had handy, and hopefully I can get this posted before you guys are done for the day. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. Bye. And if I don't see you guys tomorrow, have a good weekend.